Goblin,
Make
baby.
my job easy, man. I don't got to do much searching for hot takes. So.
Yeah. Lord. Come around.
And
Let me take
I'm
you
real
down.
outspoken, so watch yourself.
Baby girl, let's get it in.
I'm super outspoken.
Already know.
So we good. We lit.
My
So this is how,
Chicks say vibe, nigga.
No.
Right here, a whole DJ in here, too. I forgot that drink connected.
Take you down. Really want to take you down. Y'all wait till y'all hit me with auto-tune.
Nah, nigga, I know you can pull that off. Stop
I can. I really can, but I'm high, so fuck it.
Pull back too early. Nah. All right, so we actually live. Words never spoken.
Are we all? Hey.
Yes. Episode 21.
We're gonna
that's
go
a nice number.
deep into
21,
the spirit
21,
realm.
21.
See, this is the right person for this, too.
21.
Yeah.
We're going deep into the spirit realm, guys. We're not going to even
that just
hold
reminded
y'all.
me of a question I got for you tonight.
Nice.
Me?
Yes.
Ask me whatever you want to ask me, baby. I'm an open book.
Let's get it.
I'm an open book.
The spirit realm through the third eye and clairvoyance. Look, y'all, we about to go right into it. Yo, who's the niggas that's watching this show? The niggas that don't know nothing. The niggas that white people use, put the ER on. Now, let me stop. But yeah, we about to get into all that. We about to get into the spirit realm.
Hey, we ain't monetized yet. We can say niggers. I mean, don't say that.
I'm about to say, that don't look live, because I look like I'm lagging.
Oh, no, it's live,
it's
but it lags because that's what the people are seeing.
Yeah.
So their comments are gonna come up in real time. It's gonna be late for us,
Right.
But it's gonna be real time for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So we have comments come in delayed because of it, but it's all good.
Yeah, it's all great.
Okay, I'm new to this, so
Yeah, nah,
don't
you
mind
good.
me. I'm just trying to understand.
Hey, look, we're back. I'm tied up on Instagram at TYED__UP. I'm back with my special co-host and engineer, Austin. Austin, please introduce yourself.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It's your boy, Austin Toes, Austin Toes Network on Instagram and on Twitter. Listen, a lot of crazy things is popping. I keep telling y'all this. It's be like on a weekly basis. But y'all stick around because it's about to get crazy.
Can you give us like a preview or something? Or
I'm dropping 5 albums in January.
Oh, snap.
I'm dropping
I still
5
think that's so lit.
albums.
I think that's so amazing.
I appreciate it.
I think that's so amazing.
Yo.
That's grind time.
We about to
That's dedication
kill
to
it.
hard work right there.
And listen, this is my Austin Toes music. As an artist, I'm taking on a whole new persona. It's 1602. So here in America, we do our dates as month, date, year. But other places, they do day, month, year. So 1602 is actually February 16th. And February 16th, 2008 is when I lost my mom. That's when she died.
Okay, it was 2008. Okay.
So that pretty much shifted everything in my life. I went from a happy-go-lucky little kid to a 16-year-old depressed boy that felt like he was all alone for the rest of his fucking life.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it better encapsulates my music. I make very dark music, but it be dark, but you would want to bob to it and vibe to it. So you'll get mad at me after the fact that it's dark because I be talking about killing myself and shit like that.
Man, look, man.
So
I know a lot of people who's been suicidal.
We need that.
Yeah.
I've been one too.
When we say we need that,
I'll disclose with you.
Yeah, for sure. Because it's not a game. Shit is real, bro.
Yeah,
Hard out
man.
here.
I learned that when, the saying "misery loves company" doesn't mean you want other people to feel bad, but it's just that you want to know that you're not alone in the feelings you have.
Yeah.
That's what misery loves.
Because if you
company
leave
means.
misery alone, misery turns into suicide.
Exactly. Exactly. I
So
would
yeah,
agree.
misery loves company, nigga. Because that's how I'm gonna stay
That's how I'm
alive.
gonna stay alive.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope the
Facts.
people around me wouldn't let me do that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it is. But yeah, a lot going on. I got artists around me, podcasts around me, Quality Touch Studios around me. About to each and every one of them is onto some good stuff, bro. We done made some crazy connections. So yeah, it's about to be lit.
Good for you, man.
Appreciate it.
And I know,
Proud of you.
and I'm hip. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get on it a little bit at the end of the podcast, but Austin, he already knows he's one of them guys that it's inevitable. You know,
For sure.
So I definitely want him a part of my world too. So anyway,
So sweet.
on my soul. That's what's up. Rainbow Spiritual got fans. That's what's good.
I'm here for it.
He a hoe.
That's
said
Gino.
He's a hoe.
Who was that?
That's Gino.
That's Gino. That's the man that be here sometimes in the hoodie.
Oh, that's
That's his
hilarious.
artist, actually. That's his
I
artist.
manage
hi,
Gino.
shit. Hello.
Shout
Thank
out
you
to
for
Gino.
coming just for me. The fuck?
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Gino's one of them dudes that are smart for his age.
For no
He's
reason.
way past smart for his age. Yeah. It's probably because, does he have siblings that's older than him?
No, he's the oldest, but that's why I think in his case, because his dad is like, boy, when I tell
He
you
said
I
on his
feel
soul.
this edible,
Not on his soul, bruh.
I just gotta chill
Not on
up
his
to the
soul.
middle of my temple. Anyway.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm
There
glad
you
I
go.
chose
That's
just
funny.
the alcohol. I chose
Goodness.
just the alcohol tonight.
Goodness. Look, we didn't even introduce our special guest.
Right.
All right, so look.
Oh.
Gino spoiled it a little bit, but our special guest today, I'm what? I'm 30 years old, right?
Why did you have to tell him you 30?
And
It's good. I'm
It's all
29.
good.
I'm
Nigga,
about to
you
be
ain't no
25
29.
on Sunday.
I'm 29.
Oh,
I
you
turned
28.
29 October 13th. I turned
okay,
29.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
All
my
right.
birthday.
Okay.
I'm
All right,
related.
all right.
You was here. Thank you.
And I know Rainbow for over 10 years.
Big ass facts. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
am I
over
not supposed to curse?
Nah, you could say whatever you want.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know her for over 10 years, and more interestingly, we reconnected very
Hey,
recently.
it's not about me.
You know what I'm saying? And from when I know her was since she was 16,
Yeah.
just like anybody.
No, you actually met me when I was 13.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I was 13
That's wild.
when I first came to the Kingdom Hall, because that's where we met.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's funny how years later you see people come into their own and you kind of see the world that they took in and who they become, and it's been an honor seeing who you become, and I've been very proud and, very happy for you, and to be honest with you, like I have a lot of guests on this show, but Rainbow is going to be more of one of those, for lack of better words, reoccurring, like in my life, like, you know what I'm saying? So
I ain't planning on going nowhere.
So yeah. So anyway, introducing Lightning Spirituals or Rainbow.
Yes.
Please introduce yourself.
Yes, of
Austin,
course.
I'ma punch you.
Well, I'm Sharnice. I go by Lightning Rainbow. I have my own YouTube channel that goes by #Rainbow Spirituals, which is also a hashtag of mine. As long as today I contemplated, #multi-fascination. But Rainbow Spirituals just being basically like everything that I'm about. I'm all about spirituality. Main reason why I'm here today. I'm about to be 25. My birthday is actually in 5 days. December 20th is actually my birthday. I'm a Saggy. I don't know if y'all know y'all birth charts and placements and all that good stuff, but I'm a Sun, Moon, Sagittarius, and a Rising Cancer, if you wanted to know. And I'm from DC. I'm a native. And I'm just here to answer y'all questions, tell y'all about me, tell y'all whatever y'all want to know about the spiritual world. I'm just here for it. I'm here for whatever. I'm with all the shits and shenanigans. So
That's what's up.
let's just jump into it. Whatever.
Yeah.
All right, that's what's up. Yeah, I mean, look, we're going to ask the questions about the spiritual world. I spoke to her already off air about this plenty of times, in which she described to me stuff, then I was like, whoa. I mean, like Matrix type stuff, but stuff that makes sense, though, at the same time. If y'all are early watchers, y'all will understand that my belief in astrology has been pretty much dismissive. But admittedly, like, due to lack of knowledge in it, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to get into astrology, you know what I'm saying? She's
And
a
how it's
Sagittarius.
actually a science. So for all the people who call it
Yeah.
a pseudoscience, it's not a pseudoscience, it's a real science. It's the study of the stars.
Yeah.
Astronomy is like a segue of astrology.
Right.
So yeah,
Okay,
it's
okay.
a science.
And it's funny how you got to hear stuff from more than one person before you actually believe it. Because after I started hearing other people say the same thing, I was like, all right, it's fair.
It's a science. How could it be so accurate if it's not a science?
We're going to get into that.
Well, you
Not
But
too
we're going to
deep.
jump in.
But anyway, all
Ask a
right.
couple
'cause-
Bible thumpers, they'll tell you why.
Yeah, exactly, right?
You said what?
He
I said, ask a couple Bible thumpers, they'll tell you why.
I don't even know what that means. I'm young as shit.
we're gonna get into it. But look, so this is the thing.
I don't know
Also,
what that means.
so Gino is a Cancer, and I'm a rising Cancer, setting Gemini, or something like that. That's crazy though. Okay, Gino, I think me and you
I
both are
love
gonna learn a
rainbows.
lot.
So do I. Oh,
Um,
you're right. Oh, okay. Rising Cancer, gang, gang.
settings.
You know that full moon in Cancer at the end of the month. Make sure you get your rituals down, your magic, manifestation.
He don't do that.
Get it popping.
Nah,
He just trying to flirt. He don't know.
He flexing.
He don't even do that.
Oh, I'm
He
entertaining.
probably have.
Okay.
He was niggas that had the chicken wings all over the astrology section in the
I'm
newspaper.
dead.
Like, don't, you're not fooling me, Gino. Say nah. Say nah. Let me stop. But look, so we're gonna get into that. We need to know. Okay, before I ask her this, like, she's also a tarot card reader, right?
Yes, I do read tarot, by the way.
She reads tarot. She's
I have
into
my
astrology.
own tarot business, by the way, as well.
Yeah, please check out her reading. Her rates are on her IG page. Please hit her up.
Yes,
And
please follow me on Instagram at @lightningrainbow_. Please follow me. And personal news are definitely being given. I have a special going on right now. I'm doing Secret Santa readings for December. Basically, you could buy a reading for full price if you want to do just tarot, or if you want to do just oracles, or if you want to do tarot and oracles. You basically buy a full reading at its full price and then get one half price for a loved one. Because everybody needs guidance and clarity and confirmations in their life. A lot of people are lost and need that, that extra guidance. So, if you know somebody that need it and you need it too, this is the season to be given, right? So go ahead and do it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So look, Rainbow, we want to know this. What was your earliest brushing with the spirit realm, or what was the earliest interest you had in astrology or tarot readings? What was the earliest thing you could remember?
That's a loaded question. My first interest in astrology, I can visually remember me in 7th, 8th grade. Literally, like, it became like a study to me. Like, I would be on I believe it was tarot.com. They still had that website to this day. But back then, of course it has evolved and like changed over the years. But I remember I used to like go and like look at my horoscopes and stuff like that, and I would literally like write it down, or like they would tell me like this weekend be expecting this energy in the weekend. I literally used to like write that stuff down. Like, so it probably started as soon as I was like in the 8th grade as far as astrology. But as far as the spiritual realm, because I'm more than a tarot reader, by the way, just to let y'all know. I'm tapped in ways that I'm still learning how to work all of my powers. But when I was younger, when I was like 6 years old, when I seen like my first angel, and then when I was 9, I seen like my first demon, and then like when I was 9, I also like died and like came back to life. So like that's a really loaded question for me. That's a lot. But as far as like tarot specifically, I didn't get into tarot cards specifically until about 2 years ago. I was in a really low place in my own life and just feeling very lost, and decided to seek something different because, like I said, you know me from the Kingdom Hall, so I know my Bible, I know religion, I know all of that, you know what I'm saying? So I needed something more because religion just never really
fulfilled.
It just never fulfilled me. It never settled my soul properly. It didn't make me feel free. It just didn't work for me. So I seek something different, and I decided to go to a spiritual advisor, because she don't even call herself a tarot reader. If you go to her, she would tell you she's a spiritual advisor. She wouldn't call herself a tarot reader.
So before 2 years ago, though,
yeah.
Between you looking at the horoscopes on a daily or weekly basis, I'm assuming,
yeah,
was there anything between that kind of led you to spiritual interest at all?
I really cannot even tell you why I was looking at that stuff.
Okay.
I really cannot tell you. Only thing I can tell you is that I clearly had to just be being led by some type of spirit, because I really can't tell you.
So 2 years ago was the first time that you kind of dropped everything or whatever and consciously you looked into it?
I consciously. 2 years ago is when I made a decision as an individual to say, I'm going to take this journey. All before then, it was either thrown at me, forced on me. But 2 years ago, when I was 22, literally 3 days before I turned 22, like, that's when I decided, like, I'm going to take this journey.
And what, okay, so was that a thought you woke up with? I'm assuming not, or?
No, I was lost. I was lost, and that's when I would go see the spiritual advisor.
Okay.
And she put me through cleanses. She put me through a 2-week cleanse, and one of the cleanses were to open up my heart chakra, and the other one was to unblock my root chakra. So those 2 weeks were just like, it really did change me. When she put me through them cleanses, like, it changed me. And then, I don't know, it's like everything became attractive to me. I don't know if you guys ever read The Alchemist. I recommend, if you never read The Alchemist, read The Alchemist about Paulo Coelho, if I'm saying his name correctly. He has multiple books about spiritual journeys and all kinds of stuff, but it's this quote that he have, and I might butcher it a little bit. But the quote says, when you ask the universe for something, it basically conspires everything towards you. So because I was in a place where I was seeking and searching and wanting to know, it's like things were kind of just coming towards me. Then I had to make a decision if I was going to move with it or if I was going to not go with it. It was kind of like a choice.
Why did you see a spiritual advisor? Like, as the reason why I asked that is because
it was so random. I didn't even know I was going to do it. I swear to God, I woke up that day. I was running errands that day. Like, I went to the grocery store. I think I went like to Dollar Tree and like the grocery store. I was just doing regular stuff. I didn't wake up that day and say, I'm going to go see a spiritual advisor. I'm going to go see a tarot. I'm going to go see a psychic. Like, that's not what happened that day. She lived on the same street like where I live. So I was just driving, and apparently my mother told me she's been there forever. She was like, oh, you went to her? She was like, she been there forever. I'm just at the stoplight. I'm like, I'm going to make this choice today. It was a split second decision. Like, I didn't ponder it. It wasn't premeditated. I was doing my regular life stuff, and something told me, stop what you're doing, pull into her driveway, and go talk to her.
And
that's what I did.
That's amazing. So that's wild. So and I'm trying to fight the regular nigger mind in me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like, nigga, like you owe her money. Shut up. You stop by her house and
Did he ask how I read? Is he asking how I read cards?
Yo.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that.
We're gonna get
for
to
sure.
that. Yeah,
for sure. Because that's a lot of people want to know that. All right, so you go up to her house. She puts you through a cleansing.
Yes.
What was the two type of cleansing she put you through?
A heart chakra cleansing and a root chakra cleansing.
And what was that process like, and how did that make you feel? In my cliche therapist voice.
Yeah, it was like a whole week of like shit, and like I can't remember completely because that was like 2-3 years ago. But I know like I was eating certain foods. Like she had me eating certain stuff. My diet, she was changing my diet. I just know she was putting me like on a routine. Like every single day I had to follow some type of like direction that she gave me. I can't tell you exactly what it was, but I know it was like, when I was working on my heart chakra, it was okay eat more veggies because like the heart chakra is, basically connected to like green and like all that good stuff. So it was a lot. Like I really can't even tell you all of what was in the cleanse. It was years ago.
But like I'm saying, like how long was the cleansing though?
Each one was a week each.
It was a week each.
Yeah, each one was a week each.
Now after your first week, did you really? First of all, did you have any doubts doing the cleanse like this, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Oh, no. Okay, so like I said, we kind of come from kind of the same place because even though I didn't come to the Kingdom Hall until I was 13, my grandmother is a Jehovah's Witness. My grandmother is, about 80-something years old?
Okay.
She's been a witness my whole entire life. My father was raised that way. My aunts was raised that way. My whole family. Like, that's our religion. That's my family's religion, basically.
Yeah, this is gonna be deep. I could tell already.
That's my family's religion, basically. So,
because I'm trying to get into. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, dig! I'm
Everything.
Here for it. I'm an open book.
Nah,
so
because
just go for it. Like I'm not silent.
If I don't get tripped by a demon on my way here, there's something wrong. So, that's how deep I want to get in this motherfucker. If a demon not hating on me after the night, say,
oh no, they gonna hate you after the night. Oh, you just gonna be attacked after this conversation. Like it's gonna be a whole thing. That's why I got something for you when we leave here. But
okay, all right. So go ahead.
But yeah,
so you had your doubts, right?
Yeah, so I had my doubts.
Verbalize
like,
that to the spiritual advisor?
No, not to her.
Okay.
Because what made me comfortable with being with her was that first of all, when I sat in her chair, the first thing she said to me is, "I believe in God." She made that clear from the jump. She like, "No, I believe in God. I pray." That's what she told me to do. When I came to her with a million questions, if you know me, I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a seeker of truth. I got questions for you because I know what I want to know. So I'm going to ask you what I want to know. You feel what I'm saying? And like, she told me to go home and pray. That was always her ass. I was like, I done went $500 in a hole for this broad. I'm late on my rent, some more shit to try to get my shit together. And she gonna say and tell me to go home and pray.
Right.
Bitch, you gotta tell me more than that. Like, no, it was a whole thing. Like, I remember, like, I literally have a journal entry in one of my journals. The day I went to go see her, I wrote that night. I was like, did I just make a mistake? I was convinced that I made a mistake. I was like, did I just give this bitch my money? Did she just Did I really just, like, I'm telling you.
So when we...
Even after reading cards for like a year or two, I was still praying about, am I practicing demonic shit or nah? Like, even after doing it for a year or two and me saying how I'm changing people's lives, I'm bringing good shit into people's lives. But I'm still, when I'm laying down at night and when I'm by myself, I'm praying and I got questions.
Yeah.
What is he saying?
He's very correct. Damn. He gonna leave this joint talking about Kanye and Jay-Z killed it tonight. Say nah, let me stop.
Hey, y'all got me real. Hey, y'all got me playing.
But nah, look, I'm the only nigga that's like, I'm not maybe the only one. I'm super intrigued by this story so far.
Yeah, no, I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
So after the week of the first chakra cleanse,
yeah,
what were you really feeling, and how did your doubts change at any point at that time?
I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I said, that was like 2 years ago, so I can't really recall every step and every moment of it. But I do know that I felt doubts at some point. I do know that I don't regret my decisions. If I thought I was supposed to, excuse me, I don't. That was just a part of my journey. That was a part of, like, Shawty probably already knew that I was going to be doing what I'm doing right now. Do you think she told me that?
Nah.
Nah. She ain't tell me that. Like, I had very specific questions for her. She didn't give me too much of anything. Like, I don't regret it, but I can't really tell you, like, what I was feeling. I know I probably felt more grateful. I was more happier. And I was just more intrigued in what else could she teach me and what else could she give to me. I can tell you that. Like, but then, I don't know. I feel like at some point, I already knew that, like, I didn't need her for real. I know that might sound crazy, but, like...
And also, keep the mic right in front of you, please.
Oh, yeah. I know that might sound crazy, but, like, at some point, I feel like I just didn't need her anymore. And
how deep into her thing, her you communicating with her, how deep into that? Like, at what length of time did that feeling come to you?
Probably after, like, our third meeting, probably.
Would you say that, like, a month later or a month from
that
you?
Yeah, probably like 3 weeks.
So hold on.
Because I came to her, she put me through the cleansing that next week and the week after that. And then, yeah, that fourth week. So, yeah, probably like 3 to 4 weeks, yeah.
And so after your second cleansing, do you feel like it gave you more confidence in yourself or something? Or
it's so crazy. I really can't tell you how I felt.
Okay, all right.
Back then at the moments. I really can't. I could tell you, like, where I am right now and just, like, what that experience alone did for me and how I can, like, sit here now because I can't really tell you.
In that moment
where I was, I just know that, like, back then, I was so, like, just seeking, like, I just wanted to know shit.
All right,
like,
so let me ask you something. So when did you stop going to her, and why did you choose to stop going to her?
Yeah, I stopped going to her, like, maybe after, like, our third, fourth session because something in my intuition, as I would call it now, something in my spirit told me that, like, I didn't need her.
Okay.
I can do what she's already doing. Like,
okay.
So, I can heal myself. I don't.
Question.
Yeah.
Did it make you feel any type of way when you was at that moment? Because it's like, yeah, you can do this, but, like, you did need her because that's what put you on.
Yes, of course.
Like, you had that tug or whatever within.
Yeah, but I feel like at some point I no longer needed it. I needed her to put me on my path. I would definitely agree to that. But once I was on it, I had it from there. I didn't, and especially because she wasn't trying to give too much anyway. Like, I don't know what it was about her specifically, but it was like some about her, like, she didn't want to give too much. Like, when I wanted to ask, like, specific things, it was like she didn't want to answer it directly. I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why she decided to make whatever decision that she made and moved however she moved. I can't tell you why, but I can tell you that, like, her answers to me most of the time was to go home and pray.
Okay, so all right. So how did you get it when you stopped going to her? What did you do for yourself that related to what you experienced from her? Like, where do you go from there?
Research.
Where
Because somehow shamans came into my crown and I started researching shamanism and it just became like a rabbit hole. Like she kind of like opened me up to like a black hole and I kind of just like dived in that bitch and I fed myself
All
good.
Right. Real quick, because this was a question I was going to ask anyway. Who do you
What?
pray to? Wait. No, don't answer that. Don't answer that, because I'm going to get to that. My bad. I know. But it just popped out to me so beautifully. Yeah, no, because I specifically have something to outline about that.
Okay.
All right. So I promise you, Gino, I'm gonna go back.
Oh, we gonna touch on that.
You know what I'm saying? So when you research shamanism, what else did you research? And honestly, briefly, can you just say what shamanism is? Just briefly for the people that don't know at home, of course.
Shamanism is just basically like a religion or culture that was back, in the Indian times, and it was just a culture and a way that they lived. They basically believed in, basically worshiping like the animals, caring for the animals. They were like more like farmy type people. They were very more like with their hands creating, building, things like that. Shamanism,
They were really down to earth people.
They were just really earthy people. That's what shamanism is basically about. But
now, so you study shaman? Did they have several gods they would pray to, like God of Earth, God of Sun?
Nah. Who
do they
the polytheism they worship the universe.
No, really?
Yeah.
Can
the
you
universe itself.
Can you kind of like elaborate on their form of worship or their form of who they?
Well, I'm not a shaman.
Okay.
But,
All right. All right. So anyway, that's okay.
I'm not a shaman, but
okay.
I do know that they believed in like the spirit animals, so they did a lot of work with like the animals, definitely. They did a lot of ceremonial kind of things. Dance was a lot of their dance, songs, smoke, a lot of that incense, sage. That was a lot of like the shamanism culture.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow I came across tarot.
Okay, all right. So that's I'm about to ask you.
Somehow I came across that. I feel like I was on YouTube one day. Literally, like, if y'all never read The Alchemist, please buy The Alchemist and read it. Like, I swear, shit would just appear to you once you say you want shit. Once you pray for shit, once you put intention into wanting shit just appears. Because I never looked up tarot on YouTube a day in my life. But one day, I just went on YouTube and tarot was just there.
Yeah.
And I just clicked on it.
Right.
And then, like, as I'm continuously, like, watching these different readings and stuff like that, I'm like, something told me, go buy a deck. Like, I literally heard it, like, go buy a deck. You can read cards. What the fuck was... Because I'm still new to this.
So how
like,
far...
I'm thinking I'm going fucking crazy in the head. I'm like, what? Why would I go buy tarot cards? I don't know how to read tarot cards.
So something told you amongst your study. How far after the lady you communicate with the lady, something tell you to go read tarot cards?
If I can estimate for you, maybe about 2-3 months later.
Oh, word?
Yeah, maybe like 2-3 months later.
All right. So that's when you got into the tarot reading, right?
Yeah, that's when I got into tarot. Yeah.
Now let me ask you something. How convincing was the voice to tell you to go get tarot cards? Like,
Must have been heavy for my ass. You know
But I'm
what?
saying,
Let me make something clear to the people that's watching, because I want them to understand something. When you're tapped in and when you're intuitive and when you're moved by spirit, some things you don't remember them, because it was literally a moment where you were being moved by a spirit and an entity that was bigger than you. So some parts you may remember, some parts you may not. You gonna remember the gist and the point, but like every piece of that, you're not gonna remember. And why you made those decisions, all you could say is that my intuition told me. And to some people that may sound,
That's, yeah, there you go.
to some people that may sound crazy, but like intuition is a whole thing. Like, you cannot sit here and tell me that you don't have a voice in your head. Everybody does.
Yeah.
That's called your intuition. So a lot of the decisions that I have made in life, because I just trust my intuition. I didn't second guess it. I didn't question it. I moved with it when it spoke to me. So that voice must have been pretty fucking loud for me to spend that money, because I don't spend my money on everything. So for me to invest in like something that I don't even know what it truly is yet, that voice must have been pretty damn loud. But from the moment I picked up a deck and drew cards for people, it was clear and accurate. And ain't nobody ever told me different.
All right, so I got you. I understand what you're saying. I understand it. Like, pretty much it's unexplainable because the higher being or the higher thing that brought it to you has a different language that we just don't understand.
Sorry, but yeah.
So look, so you started as a young kid doing a horoscope thing on a daily or weekly basis.
Yeah.
Years later, maybe 13, 14 years afterwards, it was a spiritual advisor that something told you to go to.
Hold on. So
it was a 2 year something. You did something for 2 years.
I didn't see that spiritual advisor until I was like 21, 22 years old.
Right.
I was studying like astrology when I was like in the 8th grade, which meant I was probably like 11, 12 years old, probably.
Okay. All right.
So that's like a whole 10-year span in between like
right.
me studying astrology and me being welcome into tarot.
All right. So it seemed like the lady had a pivotal moment in your life, which is really amazing. There should be a whole movie just about that.
I gotta get Peaches herb.
I would get into like how she looked and all that stuff, but it would be too much time. But I want to talk to you about that later because I got a feeling she was hanging from the wall upside down and crap.
No,
so anyway,
she wasn't. Peaches was real.
She had the dark out curtains and everything.
No, Peaches was real cool.
For real?
Peaches was super cool.
She was like Erykah Badu.
Maybe,
white lady.
Yeah,
no, she was a white lady.
She was white.
She was a white lady. Yeah, she was a white Spanish, Dominican. She wasn't even black. She wasn't black.
Peaches?
Oh, nah. Her name should have been Avocado.
Her name was Peaches. Her name was Peaches. Don't fucking play with her.
My bad.
Her name was Peaches. Don't play with Peaches.
Oh, no. Yeah. Her daughter was asparagus. Nah.
She was dusted, bro. She was
all right.
dusted.
So you got to the tarot reading. This is amazing. Now, okay, let's stop and talk about some misconceptions, and we can acknowledge some of his. Yeah, he got some
you making
jokes.
Me laugh. I'm listening to you, baby.
It's not. You don't got jokes for her. That's why I was like, all right. After a certain one, I ain't gonna say it,
shit.
but I was like, all right, I'm gonna ignore this nigga.
It's the Peaches for me.
So you got into the tarot reading.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're gonna talk about.
Mm-hmm.
As black people, as whoever. Yeah. What's some of the biggest misconceptions about first tarot cards?
God.
Cause as Gina was saying, he think it might be on some other stuff. Yeah. That was my initial thought.
Yeah. Everybody thinks that, right?
Because I think there's good and bad spirits. I think there are good, bad. Of
course.
And I think that the bad spirits can pose as good spirits. So then I asked myself, okay, how do you know whether, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's what I think. You know. So anyway, so what are some of the big misconceptions about the tarot card readings?
Well, first of all, tarot, you know, people always think that it's demonic.
Yeah.
It's devil worshiping, demonism, everything that they call it. And it's like, how could it be so demonic if I literally have a whole deck that's based upon angels? And it's just like, how could it be so wrong if, like, I've pulled cards for people that have, like, been legit correct. Now, if they want to say the two alone is demonic, whatever. We could call alcohol demonic. We could call weed demonic. We could call a bunch of shit whatever we want to call it. It's about how the fuck you use it. Period. So if you want to call my tarot cards demonic, that's fine. But I'm going to tell you how I use them. I use them for good. I use them to help people. I use them to make people more aware of themselves and what's going on with them. So if you want to call my cards demonic, you can call the cards whatever the fuck you want to call it. But the way that I use it, no. Because I pray before I use them. I'm talking to God, spirit, angels, upper world people before. I'm not talking to no fucking demons when I'm pulling cards for people. Like, but I understand like where people come from. You know what I'm saying? Because once again, I know the religion I was brought up in. And those people would look at me crazy if they haven't already. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's what I expect from people. Like, ever since I stepped into this world, I know what to expect from people because the world tells us to believe a whole bunch of shit that ain't true anyway. So, like, why don't you seek some shit out for yourself? Like, why don't you see what it's really about for yourself? Now, if you want to take another nigga word for it, then you go ahead and you do that. But you can try it for yourself and see if it actually works.
Do you feel like what you do is disrespected?
Very much so.
I feel that from you right now.
Very
like
much so. What I do is very much so
you
disrespected.
About,
I'm passionate though, so don't think I'm angry. I don't want anybody to think I'm angry because I'm not. I'm just, first of all, I'm a fire sign. I told y'all that from the get-go. I'm a sun, moon, fire sign. I'm inside out fire. So it's going to come across like fire regardless, even if that's how really I mean to come across or not. I'm just passionate and I feel what I'm saying because it's my truth. It's the truth for me and for many other people. I got people I could call and they will attest to it right now. I done came, like, y'all understand, like, I disappeared off the face of the earth to a lot of people. Like, people who I was close with, like, I disappeared for like 2-3 years because that's how hard I was studying this and I was into this. I came back into these people's life, transformed their whole life for them in the greatest way possible.
Can you, like, well, yeah, let me throw out this illustration. It's going to be a controversial illustration.
Yeah.
But do you think that drug dealers and criminals could use their money and buy nice cars and feed their family with the money that they got from selling drugs?
Can they?
Yeah.
They do it all the time.
Okay, so one woman, she brought out to me, does the good results always reflect the foundation of what you're practicing? You know what I'm saying? So
I respect that.
So if you it does bring good results, I think that's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But that may to some people still not make up for the foundation of the good results. You know what I'm saying?
Heard.
I know, like,
that's perspective, and to each his own.
Okay, so that was obviously that's one of the misconceptions that you could kind of acknowledge that people think is demonic related.
But then they gotta ask themselves, is
and
it
it's just a
demonic?
misconception.
People,
it's not
right?
like
so who
finalized.
creates the card? So if we want to talk about what's demonic, right? Who creates the cards? Other people, right?
Yeah.
Not the devil. So what makes it demonic? Can everybody tell me what makes it demonic? Can anybody in this room tell me what makes tarot cards demonic or what makes people think it's demonic? Can anybody tell me that?
Well, the thing is, I would think they would say is that what makes
I don't want to know what they would say. What do you think? Like, what would make it demonic? Like,
I mean, what I would think it make it demonic if it was associated with the demons of a spiritual realm, or I would say even the fallen angels, if you don't want to call them demons. You know, the angels that aren't, in accord to if you believe in a God. You know what I'm saying? That would make it demonic.
So what do you think the fallen angels are? Like, what do you think, like, do you think the fallen angels were bad?
Like, there's been people that been attested to talking to spirits, and the spirits told them to kill their family. You know what I'm saying? They might have thought there was a legit angel. What if I said it was an angel? What are you going to tell me that was a demon? Because the family's dead? What if the family were going through the worst pain of life? You know what I'm saying? So it could go both ways. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, for people for them to just say that, yeah, something spoke to me. What I think is, how do you know? And to be honest with you, I don't think no one really knows. But I want to know, how are you convinced? Which to me is enough to be respectable. You know what I'm saying? But look, the topic was like, all right, look, we could get into that. But like if you want to answer that, but we can get into that. But I wanted to make sure I didn't fall off the misconceptions. But yeah, like what's your feeling? Yeah, and have you had doubts before?
All I can tell you is from my personal experience, right? So ever since I come into this world, right, I have become the very best version of myself I feel as though I could have ever seen in my entire life. The way that I have healed, the way that I've been able to help others, the way that I've just been able to process things differently. It even changes like your mindset. Like it makes you more detached. It makes you less blaming. It makes you less pointing the finger. It gives you a true understanding and clarity.
More accountability.
I got a question.
And that too.
I got a question because you just said that. So because not gonna hold you. Every reason you said that you are sold on what you're into, is the same thing Keisha told me that like she literally she's a
Who
Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, I'm like, who Keisha?
Yeah, you don't know
okay.
Keisha.
I'm like, who Keisha?
Should have been my wife if I wouldn't have left the religion. I was about to marry Keisha.
Her,
And
Keisha.
You like
Hey,
smoking that
Keisha, girl.
Keisha?
Nah, she know it. It's not even. Nah,
Hey, Keisha,
she
girl.
Know. She know. Anyway.
I'm sorry,
You
goofy.
stupid
I'm
for that.
goofy as hell, y'all.
Nah, you
Anybody who know
don't
me,
belong for
I
that.
just play a lot like shit.
Nah,
I
go
play a
ahead.
lot, y'all.
I had to do
I just
it.
love to have fun.
So
like, that's
listen.
me.
Go ahead.
The same reasons you said you were sold on yours. This is what she told me. Why she told me she was sold on hers, and I believe it wholeheartedly out of both of y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my question is, as someone in the spirit realm that you're in, I don't know if tarot has anything to do with this, but just in the spiritual realm, doesn't matter what the person believes, in which way, like what God they believe in, what gods they believe in, if they just believe in the universe, doesn't matter if it all leads to them being the best person that they can be.
It doesn't.
And spreading like love or whatever.
To me, it doesn't. I will read for a Christian. I read for a Jehovah's Witness. I read for whoever. If you came to me and said you wanted a reading from me, I'm going to read for you. It doesn't matter who you believe in. It doesn't matter to me who your God is. Because at the end of the day, all I'm giving you is information. You could take the information or not. That's how I see my cards. I see my cards as information.
Yeah.
It literally just tells me a story, or it just gives me details. It gives me a picture. It gives me a vision, and I can literally see it and then put it together.
Yeah.
However, people want to, categorize that whatever word they want to put on it. I let them do them. But I feel you because, like I said, I also studied this, right? But the difference between probably me and Keisha, I never got baptized. Because my spirit been told me.
This is the crazy thing. Keisha went most of her life like not doing nothing. Like, so according to Jehovah's Witness, she was worldly. She lived a worldly life, yada, 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 right? It wasn't until 8 years ago now. No, 6 years. International was 2014, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
6 years ago. 6 to 7 years ago, when she actually decided to come in, stop doing what she was doing, living a worldly life, and began her changes based on her belief. So she lived most of her life to the side.
Yeah.
It's not like, because the ones who was like been.
Oh, let me make it clear. I wasn't raised in the truth, though.
Got you.
I came from the world. Trying to come into the truth. I wasn't raised in the truth.
Got you. I don't call it the truth.
Yeah, me neither.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's what they call it.
Yeah, nah, yeah, you
that's
good.
what
But I
they
wasn't
call it.
raised as a Jehovah's Witness.
It's funny because that bothered me more than usual.
I'm
Like,
sorry.
I'm proud of myself for that.
You know what?
Nah,
The
you
fact
good.
that the fact that y'all like made that clear. Thank you for like correcting me.
Nah,
thank you, I
you good,
appreciate that.
honestly.
It's been said in
that's
the
the verbiage that I'm used to.
like a
'Cause
few
that
of
was
the
my world
last
for 6 years.
podcasts. It's been
Okay.
said in a few of the last jokes, and I just be sitting here like, these niggas keep saying the truth.
No, for real. Thank you for making that
Bitch,
clear.
you know it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Thank y'all. That's why I'm like, thank y'all for making that
some
clear,
real
correcting
shit.
me, because
Yeah.
that's
Nah.
just the words that I'm used to using, because
that's what
that was
they-
my world for 6-7 years of my life. So like, that's the verbiage that I'm used to using. But Jehovah's Witnesses, yeah, you're right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I just know, because one of the biggest things I don't like is how everybody like. We gonna leave this alone.
Okay,
I
okay.
digress.
We'll come
You
back.
got
You
it.
ready?
All right, real quick. So
got it, Ty.
what I want to jump into is this. Can you just touch on some of the misconceptions, basic of astrology?
Yeah. So I remember when I was in college, and because I went to school for psychology, and that was the first time I ever heard the word pseudoscience. I didn't even know that was a word until I was in college.
What does that mean? What does pseudoscience mean?
It means
for
like
the ignorance.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, don't quote me. But it means I'm sorry, I'm a little bit my bad, y'all.
No, you good.
Pseudoscience means like a fake science. It's not anything that can be backed up by facts. It can't be proven. Pseudoscience means something that cannot be proven. That's basically what pseudoscience means.
Oh man, I wish we never even said that.
So
now.
like
Why?
to them it's
it's an opinion. It's a theory.
Yeah. It's a
That's
religion.
what pseudoscience. Y'all asked me what the word mean. That's
Okay,
literally
okay.
what the word mean. A fake science, something that cannot be
Fake.
proven.
Yeah,
So you saying
yeah.
astrology is a pseudoscience?
That's what they call it. But I don't see it that way because astrology is based upon astronomy. And astronomy is a real science. So how? They not just writing your horoscopes from what they put in their
I'm so
goddamn
confused,
brains.
man.
They checking
But so
So we got-
okay,
they checking
so
planetary conjunctions here.
So-
They're checking the skies to give you information.
So astronomy is a pseudoscience too. Astronomy.
No.
no,
They call
astronomy is the study
astrology
of the stars.
a pseudoscience, but astrology is still a study of the stars. So I'm trying to figure out. I don't understand how they separate
Hold on,
astrology
man.
from
Let
astronomy.
me look this up.
That's what I don't understand because they go hand in hand.
I'm just going to define astronomy real quick.
I wanted to
And
look
then
at
astrology I could define too, but I think that is the study of the
I wanted
star.
to look at,
Astronomy, real quick.
what's
Yeah,
it called?
astronomy is the study of the stars.
I'm not
The
in my
branch
bag.
of science
I'm
which
just
deals with
asking.
celestial objects, space, and the
Yeah.
physical universe as a whole. Okay, so what the F is astrology? Because I thought astrology was that. All right, hold on.
Fallen angels are not bad. Come on now.
Astrology.
Come on now. Let's really talk about like how do y'all know how things were being ran in different places and if it was even being ran properly? Like we
Hold
gotta
on, though,
run
one
this
second.
everywhere. They got
Raised.
causes though.
Yeah,
Like,
Astronomy.
that's how they were raised.
Yeah. Astronomy is the. God dang, you said astronomy. Goodness. All right, astronomy is the study of celestial objects of the space. Astrology is the study of the movements and relative positions of celestial bodies,
which is astronomy.
interpreted as having influence on human affairs in a natural world.
That's astronomy.
A little. Well, astronomy doesn't touch on human affairs. Though. That's one of the biggest differences. Astrology talks about how it relates to humanity, which is a big deal.
But
okay.
it does matter to us though. Like why
Yeah.
don't we act like the stars that's above us don't matter to like us?
So
Why do we act like
it
that?
literally astronomy and astrology are like addition and multiplication.
They're like- I know what you're saying.
Multiplication is the basics of math, and addition is the basic of math. And the next thing you learn in the same line as addition is one level up. It's multiplication.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
astronomy is the study of the universe. That's the basic.
Yeah.
And then astrology is the next level. Okay, now
Taking
how does
that
that affect
effect.
us?
Yeah, exactly.
Boom.
So
So it's a legit science in that if you think about it that way.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I was gonna say,
think that,
the
but you
trail.
know,
You got it right.
I don't think
that was
I'm
you. That's
always
misspelled
right,
astronomy. Goodness.
But that's
All right,
what I think.
all right. So look, to me, it's like PTSD and NFL. You know what I'm saying? NFL is, the NFL, but it doesn't necessarily have to touch on PTSD. If I have an NFL conversation with you, I could talk about everything and not even touch about but PTSD is a part of the
PTSD
NFL.
could be a part of
Yeah, okay, so I got astrology and astronomy. All right, so as far as astrology, what's some of the so astrology is a pseudoscience.
Yeah, that's what they claim it to be.
Now, what's the misconception on astrology?
That is a
I know,
that is a pseudoscience, and I don't.
But that's
think,
not a misconception though. That's a
It
fact.
is. No, it's not a
No,
fact.
I don't
'Cause,
think it's a fact.
And for it to be a pseudoscience, it would have to be fake, phony, based on opinion. It's literally, if you think astronomy is a science, then you
Wait.
have to think. Hold on. Then you have to think that astrology is the science because they study the same thing.
I'm gonna tell you why that's not true. Because astrology is touching. Just hear me out, please.
I'm not
Okay,
interrupting.
astrology is touching on
I'm not.
how human affairs relate to the stars. Astronomy is saying I don't know nothing about that. I'm talking about the stars.
Okay, so let me correct you. So astronomy, because astronomy comes first, and then
Yeah.
astrology.
Yeah, but yeah,
Yes.
I agree.
Astronomy
Yes.
is the study of the stars,
Mhm.
right? What astrology does is based
Explain
on
how the
those stars,
stars affect you.
how is that affecting us?
Right.
Yes.
So it's still another study. It's literally just picking up off of
it's like a subtopic.
astronomy
It's like a
and
subheading.
branching off.
It's like a subheading.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a branch of astronomy.
Yeah, I agree, but I agree.
Because we can say any science is fake, technically.
All right, so look, if I'm studying
If I didn't
astronomy,
experiment myself, and if I didn't test the theory myself, then I'm just taking your word for it.
I could say astronomy is fake because how do you know?
yeah, no, I agree. I'm just
So-
trying to
Anything, though.
look. I'm just saying. I think someone could be a believer of astronomy and not a believer of astrology. But you can't be a believer of astrology and a believer
Then why
in
you looking
autonomy.
at the stars if you ain't trying to
What's
figure out how?
autonomy?
But why look at the stars if you're not
Astronomy.
figuring out
Astronomy.
how it affects us?
So check this out. Check
What
this
you looking
out.
at the stars for? If you're not affected,
But
if you're not
people
thinking
that
about how it
believe in
affects the human
astrology-
race, why do you even care about astronomy?
Because
why do
there's-
you care?
Because there's studies of planets that got nothing to do with us, but there's geeks like to study it. Like what a million.
But why
But
would you
what
want
if
to
it
study
does
if it's
have
not
something to
possible?
do with you?
Other life
Th-
there.
well, that's-
If
that's
it's not
will be the astrology.
Why
Yeah.
study it?
That's what I'm
Because,
saying.
Like
If it doesn't
Shawnee's,
affect
not
us, why
everybody.
care?
Because it's Shawnee's like dang. See, I called you by your real name. See, that's how you know I
No,
never
call
really
me
know
by
it.
my name.
No,
Wait,
it's-
that's my name.
All
What
right,
you
wait.
giving?
Before I get to that, this is hypothetically speaking. And the name is so catchy. That's why it's so easy. It's
But
so
dude,
Hey, my
it's
name
easy,
is
too
Luca.
simple.
Luca.
But yeah,
Play
anyway.
Say it. What you giving?
So with say I can study astronomy. Say I grew up and like and I can say okay, this star is 5 feet from Mars. You know, just say the 5 feet from Mars. Like oh, that's cool to know. And like all right, let's go home now. Let's have a drink. We found out this. And then the astrologist comes in and says, but how does it affect us?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's respectable, but it's different. Like and
Yes.
the geeks that first study
It
was
is
like, we
different.
don't know about that. We just
don't
like
care about that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I'm saying.
No, I feel you.
Okay,
I feel
okay,
you.
okay.
I'm not.
I
Yeah,
feel
I feel
everybody
you.
in the room.
Okay.
I
I
feel all
just
that
feel
energy.
like-
I feel all that.
But wait. So with that being said, can y'all agree that the proven fact can be that it's concretely 5 feet away from Mars, but the human thing is because I think it's so in many immeasurable terms that they use in astrology.
Well, that's
So
why I said, is astrology a science or a religion type deal?
All right, so let me ask you
Because,
something.
because
That's a good question.
what religion
See,
studies is
yeah.
stuff
Oh,
you
We gotta have
that's
can't
the
a good
trail on
question.
her. Yeah, that's true. We
Like-
got the
That's a good
trail on there
question.
too.
Religion study
I
the
gotta,
stuff you
I gotta
can't
think
prove.
about that later. Damn.
Well, astrology
point.
I
technically
ain't
does
never
too,
heard of that.
because we can't do A plus B in
Woo.
astrology
Right,
and get
right.
C.
All right, so
I'm
look.
very drunk. Why she drunk with us too? Hey, D-Trail.
Oh, that's a dude.
It's a nigga.
Oh, I'm
It's a
sorry.
nigga. You might actually know this nigga.
I'm sorry,
I ain't gonna hold
D-Trail.
you.
Why we kind of lit in too? We all drunk.
but okay, all right. So what I want to know is, all right. So this is a big question.
Okay.
How do you separate what to you is God, and the difference between that and the universe?
So I thought about that
And
question.
and who do you pray to?
No, I really thought about that question when you sent it to me, and I feel like the universe is an expression of God, and just like His wonders and His works. It's just like how, love is like a word, it's a thing, but then like how you express it is a whole nother thing. So I don't know if I have that like complete answer for you, but in my heart, like that's how I feel about it. I feel like, God is like the person who of course created every single thing that we know. That entity, energy, being, filled with energy, whatever, created every single thing that we know. But I feel like the universe is an expression of just like the wonders, the works, the magnificent ways of just like, it's given. But that's how I feel about it. And as far as like who I pray to, I pray to God. I mean, I pray to the universe. I mean, I feel like, me personally, I feel like I have appreciation for a lot of things. I appreciate the sun because it helps us with the process of photosynthesis. It helps us with the trees being able to grow and us being able to breathe and just like things like that. I appreciate the sun. I
Real
appreciate
quick,
the
though.
moon because like it illuminates us at night, and just like I appreciate a lot of things.
But before the
so I just show my
appreciation-
appreciation for it.
Okay, so all right, so before you get down to like the specifics, because those are objects within the universe, would you
Yeah.
say? Okay.
That are
So-
also examples of God.
Okay. All right, so I
His
think I get you.
works.
So do you feel like the universe will exist without God?
No.
Okay, so
How? No.
all right, so you feel like God created the universe.
Yes.
All right, when you say the universe, what exactly are you talking about?
I guess the one we live in right now, and that's Earth as far as we know.
Okay, all right. So when you speak about like the universe, are you, because I feel like a lot of people, because I myself do it, they use the universe to be a metaphor for how life works. You know what I'm saying? They say, that's how the universe is. You know what I'm saying? Like what goes around comes around. But they're not physically talking about this planet and this planet. And
Yeah.
some are, because technically what that planet does a million light years from here affects us
But
now.
you know what that is, though? It's the combination of it's where you can really point out and say all of these beliefs, religions, whatever, they all cross each other's path at some point.
Exactly.
Because the people that you're talking about would say that's just how the universe works, but then they believe that the universe is an inanimate object created by God. That's two different beliefs, but it's intertwined into one because they all came across each other at one point in time.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why I don't really think people have a leg to stand on to call to say one thing is right and one thing is demonic, because the same way you say that this tarot reader is diving into the demon realm and demonics, I could say your Bible does the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's true. Because at the end of the day,
did he cut off? I'm sorry. Did he cut off in one ear to you?
I'm sorry. I don't even know if I'm using these headphones.
Okay, it's better now. Okay,
He's
all right, it's good.
I can hear.
Okay, all right.
Don't get me the line.
Because it's been jumping
Don't get me the
back and
line.
forth. Hold on.
Because you know what? And I'm glad you touched on that. Because don't get me wrong. Because I'm a person who actually studies the Bible. I still read the Bible. I still quote the Bible. But I still understand that, like, we don't know who wrote the Bible, how many times it was written, and who changed what. And then just on top of that, all the concept that's in it alone. We weren't there. We ain't got no actual factuals of anything happening. So if it's like y'all, I don't know. I definitely don't want to get offensive on here, but it's just like people really like
offend me.
Like, I'm really not trying to offend people. It's like y'all feel more comfortable in believing in the Bible that y'all don't even know who the fuck wrote. Y'all know where that shit came from. Y'all know where them stories came from. Y'all know none of that shit. Y'all wasn't there, but y'all feel more capable in believing in that. And a nigga standing in front of you and saying, "This is what I interpreted from this book, and you should believe this." Y'all would rather do that. Now, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about me, but at the end of the day, I seeked on my own. I researched on my own. And what I take in is what resonates on my soul. And that works for me. I didn't let somebody else tell me what I should and should be not be doing based upon something that I don't even know where the fuck this came from, and neither do they. And if they even interpret this properly, or whatever the case may be. I ain't trying to offend nobody, but that is literally how I feel. Y'all rather be ran by man than run yourself. I don't understand that. Now, y'all can feel however y'all want to feel about what I got to say, because I honestly don't care.
So I feel like this kind of goes with G's statement. He said,
what did he say?
I think all other religions are birthed out of one religion, which is Christianity, to him. Which is why they're similar. Now, and see, this is where I have to say, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Because Christianity is one of the newer religions introduced to the world.
Yeah. By
There
the
were
white man,
numerous
by the way, through slavery.
religions that came before Christianity was even a thing. So they can't be all birthed out of one religion, Christianity be that religion. It can't, because Christianity wasn't even the first one.
I would recommend that people do their research on the
religion.
Comets.
Yeah, Christianity is
I would
very
recommend
new.
that. Do your research on the Comets.
But I feel you. I think all right, Gino, I'll give you this. I think that all religions are a branch off of one true worship.
I do believe that, but I don't think it's Christianity.
But what it is, can't nobody ever prove.
No one can ever say. I would say the Mosaic Law is the closest to that, though. But I would say
based off of what we physically can touch, see, and feel. But if we're not going off of if faith is the belief in things unseen.
Yeah, but honestly, there's.
Thank you, Detrell.
All right,
several hundred religions before Christianity.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so that was on. So I just want to be clear with this. So you do believe God created a universe, and obviously you believe in. Let's talk about this.
I do believe
because
in that.
I want more than just your personal views.
Yeah, of course.
In general, I would say. No wonder. No disrespect to Kim, but she got Windows 7. Oh, no wonder. But they on 10 right now.
Hold on, y'all. I kind of got to run to the bathroom.
Okay, you're good.
I'll be back, y'all.
All right. I wanted to, yeah.
Should y'all let him know first, or am I good to go over right quick?
Go ahead and make that phone call.
Yeah, let me
Ty.
call,
I
let me
keep the
call.
people engaged. Don't
Yeah.
even worry about it,
That's
sweetheart.
fine. I'll call him here.
Don't even worry about it,
Okay.
sweetheart.
But yeah, see, I want to still finish a little bit of that real quick.
So listen, everybody.
I'm gonna tell y'all what I think.
I obviously don't believe in nothing.
You're not an atheist in here. I'm not playing with you. You're not an atheist in here.
It's not that I'm an
Do me a
atheist.
favor.
Yes.
See if the door is open.
Okay, I will. Cause I gotta
text
go
him.
anyway. I'm running.
Yeah, it's not that I'm an atheist. It's that nobody can prove anything, so I don't think I can listen to any of you. So what actually is real?
Look. Hold on, man. Hold on. That's the perfect place to pick up. You said what actually is real?
Yeah.
Nah, that's why I know you're a Christian. You were trying to be an Israelite. You say, nah, let me stop. For real.
You are not battle rapping right now.
This is Ricky. Hold on.
This man literally just got in battle rap mode.
Hey, sorry.
Like we on bullpen tonight. Shout out John the
Okay,
Don
thank you. Sorry to bother you, man.
for having tied up.
Okay, thank you. All right, so this is the thing. First of all, Gino, real quick. This is for anybody. What you have to do is look at the first worship, not Christianity. Christianity is an old religion because think about it. Christianity is people who follow Christ. Christ only existed since 0 AD, allegedly, right? So you got to go before that, which was the teaching of the Israelites who the Jews branched off of. Really, the number one closest to the first way of worshiping is the Israelites, if you believe in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you got a lot of claims of the Egyptians having that Horus. You heard of the story like Horus, and Jesus was taken from the story of Horus. That's a big Egyptian thing. I'm gonna study. Trust me, when I study all this stuff, I'm gonna tell y'all what I think. I'm gonna say most likely, yeah, this is it. When I finish studying this crap, but other than that, the reason why I want to touch on God and the universe with her is because we hear that a lot. We hear the universe, and I don't think people. I think people just don't have a makeup or character for God, so they say universe. That's what I think. I think it's become that. I don't think people are literally thinking, yeah, because of the way the sun rotates and it hits Earth, it's going to lead to the law of attraction. I don't think they're thinking like that, bro. Because a lot of that stuff is pseudo, and a lot of that stuff is cap. I ain't going to hold you. The law of attraction is cap. Say, no, let me stop. She'll slap me if she heard me say that. I'm going to use the best one real quick.
He had to get the fuck up out of there because he knew I was about to get on him. He knew I was about to get on him and ask some questions. Yo, this might be the wildest episode of Words Never Spoken. I feel like the lights is trembling. I'm talking to God. I don't even know. Makes sense when you study the foundation of most ancient religions. I honestly, bro, I feel like to say any one thing or things is right is arrogant because it just depends who's believing it. Like, it's crazy to use the bathroom.
He went past me?
Nah, he didn't.
Okay. Gotcha.
Let's see.
I'm back.
Here.
What we was on?
Who did the Israelites worship? Jesus, God. Who did the Jews worship?
Then they choose.
Jesus,
The Israelites they serve God.
Who was the fulfillment of the teaching of the Jews and prophets? Yes, so Jesus, God. Yeah, but who came first of those people?
Hold on, boy.
This
I got
nigga
you.
locked himself out.
No, I pushed the door all the way shut.
The Jews were worshiping God before the Israelites worshiped God, so the Jews passed on what God would be.
God.
Wait. Hold on, Gino. Let me.
So basically, the Israelites got it from somebody else.
All
They didn't create it, so therefore they weren't the first. So it didn't birth out of them because they birthed out of something else.
And the thing is, look, Jesus wasn't even a Christian. Jesus was a Jew, right?
Yes.
Jesus had abolished so many of the teachings that the Jews were doing, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like the people. It's just like it's just so much history. Put it like this, bruh.
A lot of history.
The Jews were the last people of the Israelites. How do we know the rest of the Israelites really didn't have it right? there were 12 Israelite tribes. The Jews were just the last one. It was the tribe of Judah. That's where they got the name Jews from. How we know the other 11 really didn't have it right? Because they say they're still alive. So they're still mentioned in Revelation as receiving blessings. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? My point is this. Christianity, obviously, we know it started with Jesus Christ, which is in 0 AD. But before that, we don't, like, remember, God changed everything. Like, the Israelites were the promised people. And God was like a perfect movie writer that could keep a series going, because even though he took it away from the freaking Israelites, he said, we're going to make it the Gentiles and everybody else to study in their heart. Like, and you know what I'm saying? So my point is this, and I want to have this discussion later on. Nigga, every religion is corrupt in some way, and every religion has some right. That's what it is, in my opinion. Every religion has some right, but every religion is definitely corrupt. There's only one way of worship. No one knows what it is. Because when men get involved, they F it up and they interpret it ways to get to their advantage. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you, Ty.
But if you study the Bible, if you're really a Christian and you study the Greek scriptures, Romans chapter 10, verse 9, and Jesus mentions it also in the Gospels, Jesus said, the writer, Paul says, nigga, y'all, he pretty much says y'all doing too much. If you believe Jesus died for your sins and was resurrected, you will be saved. He says as simple as that. He said, and literally in the book of Romans and the Corinthians, literally he says, my niggas, y'all kind of doing too much. Y'all think this and that. F that. He like, man, nigga, you think Jesus died, right? Y'all good. Y'all doing too. He literally says that in Corinthians and Romans. But anyway, so my point is.
I love the fact how much of a researcher you are, Ty. Can I just say that?
Oh, that's a bit. I appreciate that.
I
Yeah.
love that.
But Gino's so smart and he's so young that he's gonna come with a theory that's gonna F me up like in a couple of years. I'm like, I don't know about that. But anyway, all right. So look. All right, let's get back in topic. Okay. All right. So tarot card. Can we say that tarot card readers do believe in God in the universe?
They do. Because
Okay.
even the first one I went to, that was the first thing she said to me. She wanted to make it clear to me that she believed in God.
So do you pray to the universe?
I do. And I pray to God too. I speak
Do you
to the universe too.
Okay,
And I
all right,
speak to God,
respectfully.
too.
All right, respect that. All right,
And
so
I say thank you for the moon too. And I say thank you for the sun too. And I say thank you for the animals too.
All right.
wait, look,
I say
hold
thank
up.
you to every
We get
goddamn
it.
So you
thing.
pray to a
We get
deer?
it.
Hell
Yes.
yeah. I would.
Because that deer was the sun yesterday, nigga.
I would.
Okay.
I would be thankful if I
Don't
rode down the
take
street
me
and seen the
serious.
sun today.
No,
I say hi.
I half ignored that.
I say hi.
I'm
to
slow
it.
as a mug because but I was like, at the same time, I was like, hold on.
I appreciate, you
Okay,
know,
all
I,
right.
I live in a world. See, then we talk about universal laws, right? We talk about the universal laws of manifestation, the universal laws of gratitude, universal laws of karma. Then we start talking about universal laws. When you just exude gratitude into the ether period, what do you think you get back? When you exude appreciation into the smallest to the biggest things, what do you think you get back? That's something that we learn young. What you give, you receive. So if you show appreciation for things, you'll have more gratitude in your heart. More things will be attracted to you.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Let me ask you something. Can you break down the process of reading someone's energy through tarot cards? Can you talk from the beginning, what you have to focus on? What is the card telling you? I really want to get to the details on how do you know how many times you got to reflip a card? How come the readings aren't 5 minutes? How come they're 30 minutes? How come you don't know right away? You know, like, can you talk about that?
So it depends, because even reading cards it's an energetic thing. So
And can you please like bring the mic to you a little
sorry, y'all keep
All right.
telling me about this mic. My bad,
No,
y'all. Even reading cards it's an energetic thing. So I can't tell you why some people I could read in 5 minutes versus 30. Like, I think that once I start pulling cards for people, I already know what's going on with them, period. I mean, I don't feel like it takes me 30 minutes to like be able to know what's going on with somebody, but I don't just read cards to just tell people what's going on with them. I read cards to tell people how to be more aware of themselves and how to help themselves more. I don't just read cards just to tell people futures. I mean, and then the people got to understand that like every tarot reader ain't the same.
So hold up. You said you don't just do it to tell people futures. So
Yeah,
you're saying
I don't
that you
do it just to
can tell people's future?
You can, if that's all you want to focus on. Like, It's like any tool that you have, you could use it how you want to use it.
So you could, like, when you, I really want to get into like the literal, speaking of it. So you saying that if you really wanted to, you can tell someone what they'll be doing in 2021 or 6 months from now?
Yeah.
Like,
if that's
literally,
what
like, you'll be working at
If
Starbucks
that's what
type
I wanted
swag?
to do, I could do that. Yes.
Have you had an example of doing that? Like, to the specifics where you'll be wearing freaking Jordans
I
or something?
told my best friend that she was about to get married and have a baby. And that's exactly what the hell she did. I told her, you're going to get proposed to at your baby shower. I got the videos that proves that I was right.
So, question.
Do you want her to get on camera and tell niggas like that's what I said? They thought I was crazy. Now, let me tell you something. I get used to people thinking that I'm crazy. That's something that I have to just go ahead and dissect and just take on. Because when I showed up at her house 9 o'clock that morning, and I'm like, come on, y'all. We had the San Antonio, what I call my potion. They already had 2 bottles of these at the house when I got there that morning. And I told us we all gonna pull a glass and we gonna propose a toast. Why? Because you about to be pregnant and you about to get married.
So how long was she seeing her boyfriend at that point?
I don't even think a whole month by then. Like,
Okay,
I don't say this. I don't even. What? It was so fresh.
That's so okay. So, but to me, that sounds like the law of attraction is in work. So, like, because you said whatever you put out is what you're gonna receive. So that's what the law of attraction is, right?
I didn't put out for her to get pregnant and get married.
Well, when you said it, that's when you put it out.
To tell her, I was already there, showing up. She wanted me. She just got a new deck, so
I see what you're saying.
I was the first person to like. No, I understand what you're saying too, but like, I was the first person who really like tapped into this world, and then like I brought other people into this world with me. So she had just bought a new deck, and she wanted me to come over there and pull cards from her new deck for her. That's what I came over there to do, but I realized that I had a bigger message to give while being there. I'm like, yeah, you brought me here to do this, and that's fine, but like, I'm also here to tell you that like, you're about to have a baby and you're about to get married. Like, I didn't ask to be who I am. I didn't ask to know what I know. I didn't ask for none of this. It was something that was bestowed on me, so now I just use it because I don't really have a choice.
So you didn't have any like predisposition where like, I want her to have a baby.
No,
it was just
what? Okay, so first of all,
you gotta have a baby.
So first of all, like I told y'all, I don't know if y'all was listening earlier in this video, but I was saying that like I disappeared. She was one of those friends that I disappeared on. She came back into my life last October because she had just got out of a crazy relationship. She found me on Instagram. Like, I went so in the cut. People were looking for me. People on social media looking for me. That's how much I disappeared on niggas. I was in the cut all the way. She found me, though. And she was like, oh, I noticed that you read tarot. That's something I've been wanting to get into. Da-da-da-da. So she came to see me. She had just got a relationship. I had pulled cards for her off the strength. It wasn't even you gonna pay me for this reading. I just pulled cards off the strength. Then eventually she paid for a reading. And when she paid for that reading, I was like, I know you don't want love, boo. But it's coming smack at you. I mean, smack at you. I wasn't talking to this girl for like 2 years. So why would I have any intentions on her life and her getting pregnant or her getting married? Why? If anything, I would be putting that shit on myself. That's what I want for me. Why would I put that on somebody else? No, that was just in her future and I seen it, so I told her what I saw. That was literally just it. Like, no part of me was like, oh, I want you to get pregnant and have a baby. She had just got out of a crazy ass relationship. And the person who she with now, she didn't even see that shit. She didn't see that shit coming. None of us did. Nobody seen that shit coming. That was some shit that was just like, and I didn't say it before she met him. That was after she met him. I just knew. I can't tell you how I knew. I just did. I literally came to her house 10 o'clock that when I wish I could call her on FaceTime right now. She would tell you. I came to her house 10 o'clock that morning, bruh. She was looking at me crazy. That's my best friend of over 10 plus years. She's known me since I was like 11, 12 years old. And even she was looking at me like, bitch, don't come here with that shit. Bitch, don't come here with that shit. And I'm like, I swear to God, I'm only telling y'all what I feel like I even say, quick. I swear.
All right. Nah, because I ain't gonna hold you. If we were thinking the same thing, then Austin, you a really funny nigga. You know what I'm saying? Nah, because I was wondering when I was gonna ask the second question. Do you think your background? All right, please hold that, please. Yeah, I'm sure she does.
Yeah, most definitely.
So look, that was the time where it's like some clairvoyant results. What else can you use your tarot card readings for? Like, what else do you do to benefit someone? Yeah.
I mean, what else do people want but answers? Don't everybody want answers? What else do they want other than answers, clarity, guidance? I mean,
so tell me, I'm asking you.
No, I'm telling you, like.
So you use your tarot cards for giving people answers.
For giving people answers, giving people clarity, giving people confirmations on most of the shit they already know anyway. I'm kind of their hype man. I kind of just give them the extra confidence to say, you're not just imagining shit. This is what's here. And they don't sit in front of me and say, hey, this is what I'm thinking, I'm imagining or feeling. Like, no, it's something that I'm able to just pick up through my cards. Like, and I've read people without cards. Let me also be clear about that as well. I have read people energies without cards, but let me be clear about why I like cards. I like cards because they are image-based as well. You could show somebody how you're able to see something, how you're able to dissect something. If you're able to show them a proof or a picture or a piece of something, I could read people without cards. I've done it, and niggas have paid me to do it. I don't need cards. I just like them because I like tangible shit. I like shit that I can like show and teach you, and like, this is how I'm able to see it. And like, because I don't read cards for people and just want them to be like, well, how can you see this? And how do you know this? Like, no, I like to teach people who come into my realm with me. This is how I'm able to see it. This is how I'm able to know. Like,
so you feel like people also need to see that you have something tangible for them to believe, or do you feel like?
Because that's how the society is built. Yeah.
Now, do you feel
like you can't prove it? They don't really want to hear it.
And so how much of a chance do people have to change what you pull for them or what you assess from them?
It's always free will. They can always change whatever they want to change because we all got free will.
Okay, all right. So if you pull a card, it's kind of just like either like a warning or suggestion type thing.
It's a little bit of kind of all of those. It could be a warning, it could be a suggestion, or it could just, as I like to say, the words that I use is painting pictures.
Okay.
If you take this avenue, this is what it's going to look like. If you take this avenue, this is what it's going to look like. Like, I see it as painting pictures because at the end of the day, like, you can always choose to take heed, take that road, take another road. And then when you take that road, it's going to look different once you take that road. So, like.
Let me ask you something. What would you say is the biggest overt impact you had on somebody pulling their cards? What was the...
I'm feeling slow. Overt?
Like most obvious, like most direct, most undeniable. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if I tell somebody, oh yeah, you got into that game, you got into that football game because I paid for the tickets. Like, all right. It's like, no, I'm gonna show you. I got the receipt. This is like overtly, I clearly paid the guy in front of you and you got in the game, as opposed to me telling you that. And whole key time I called the manager and told them to let you win. Then it's like, that's not really overt. It's kind of like hidden. You know what I'm saying? But if I go up to the concession stand and say, boom, he's like, nah, this is the reason why he got in the game. Mm-hmm. What was the most overt reason why, overt effect where somebody's like, that clearly was the card thing? What was that type of effect? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's every time I read people.
Can you give me like an example though? Like,
a specific one? Do you know how many readings I've done? Okay. Oof.
Yeah, I know it's like when you have a lot of options.
A specific one. Matter of fact, I use the example of a reading that I did not too long ago. I had met this girl, and she literally paid for a reading for herself, her mother, and I think like 2-3 of her other sisters. Mm-hmm. And I was pulling this card from my mystical shaman deck, and it was about an owl. It was an owl card that I pulled. Because like I said, I did a reading for her mother, and like 2-3 more of her sisters. But only the mother and one of the other sisters pulled the same exact owl card. These two specific people only seen this owl. So If I tell you, like, they got to tell you their own story because their story is crazy as shit. Like, this woman who I read for, the mother of all of these children, she has like 10, 11 kids. She's lost like 2 of them, and like she has like so many stories. I can't even tell you all of these stories, but it was a major synchronicity for me because I pulled the owl card literally just for her and that one other daughter. And they were the only 2 who ever seen the owl that has lived at every house that they've been at. They've lived in like 4 different houses. Only her and that other child seen that owl multiple times. They've seen different owls at different houses that they lived in. And they were the only 2 people who pulled those cards.
That's crazy. I mean, it's not crazy as well. I got a bad habit saying that.
But, no, and you know what I say? Real amazing, because I should say that shit too.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's real amazing.
Yeah, that's
it's
wild.
not crazy. It's real amazing.
Yeah.
Blow your fucking mind.
All right, so I'm going to ask the real nigga question, all right?
I'm a real bitch.
I'm early
that?
at this question is really a metaphorical question where you know what I'm really asking, but I'm not literally asking this.
What?
But if you could see the future, why haven't you won the lottery?
How you know that they wanted me to win the lottery? What if that's not in my cause? Like, what if that's not in my destiny? Like, why just because I'm a psychic, I gotta have the cheat sheet to every fucking thing? That's so fucking movie-like. Like,
Okay. Okay, so it's like another, but you know what I mean? Like, why haven't you used that to your advantage
like,
to a T?
Okay, so if
but for
I'm
why? 'Cause
not
I'm not
mistaken,
here to just for myself. My gifts are not just for me; it's for others. I'm not here to just bank on myself and how I can make myself better. Because if I really just cared about that, I wouldn't even probably be sitting here in front of y'all. If I literally created all of my gifts towards me, just rich and famous, trust me, I would have been there already.
But I'm saying though,
so,
can't you?
hold on. So what it is your question is assuming that they have complete control or autonomy. I think that's the word.
Yeah, I think
Autonomy,
that.
yeah.
Autonomy, yeah,
Mhm.
over their gift. And what they're telling
Yeah.
you is, I can't determine what I'm going to see. Like, I can't choose what I want to know in the future. All I can tell you is what I'm given from the person who gave me this gift.
Okay, I got you.
So I don't have any control over it. I just have it. And,
Yeah.
and I just
I
so
see what you're
happen to decide to tell people
Okay.
as opposed
right.
to keep it to myself.
And
Right.
also, and
Okay.
I definitely agree on that. And just to piggyback off of that, it's like, I'm not here to use my gifts just for me. I'm here to help others. And life is not about just being fucking rich and famous, bro. I could have all the fucking money in the world and still be the unhappiest bitch ever.
No, I wouldn't say
I'm
rich
here
or
to feed
famous.
my soul. I'm not here to feed my pockets. Like,
Right.
that's not what I'm here for.
Yeah, but for like, and I'm not arguing this, but I'm telling you, like, people would say it's not about the rich or famous. It's about giving yourself a platform to reach more people. You know what I'm saying?
I reach who want to be reached and who needs to be reached.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, that's what they would say. Like, that could be done at a more efficient pace. I would assume so. Then, you know what I'm saying? It could be done slower or faster. I'm just talking for the people that would say,
My
like,
journey is mine.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's journey is theirs. And like
But
I said, the people think about this world so movie-like, if you ask me. And it's just like, what I have is literally a gift. And I'm not here to be exploited. I'm not here to exploit myself.
yeah.
I'm not here to do that. I'm here to serve. I'm not here to exploit, to bank, and to gain riches off of. That's not why I was given this. That's not why I was given this.
All right. So, and so with that being said, where can people go to start learning about the spiritual world? I'm sorry. One look at Austin at me dead. I'm sorry. Where
would
can
they
one
go to
go?
learn inside of themselves?
Okay. All right. So
Inside
you wouldn't
themselves.
recommend any? I mean, all right. So obviously, The Alchemist, you repeated.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? Any other
a book
books
can't
or
teach
something?
you how to. Come on, man. Like this. Come on, man. Like.
So you
people
saying either
think
you
can
got it or
read a
you
book.
don't?
You can't. You can't read a book on how to be spiritual, bruh. Like it's also an energetic thing. Like that comes from your being, your heart. Like you can't just like, oh, I read a book on how to. you could read stuff all the time and still don't know how to apply it. Like that's just not the way that it works. Like you have it's a whole flow and energy and embodiment, and you have to truly live it and be it.
Yeah.
You don't just wake up like this.
That would to say that would say that you can't learn about something without experiencing it, and that's not the case, because I can learn about something. I can read about it. Like, that's what history is. That's me learning about something that I didn't experience. I don't even know if that really happened.
True.
I just know that you're telling me that this is what happened.
You learn it or you read it?
It don't matter.
You gotta define like what is learning, and like
if I believe in history,
you just read it.
If I read it, I couldn't live it because I can't go back in time.
Mm-hmm. So you just read it then.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. If
you didn't learn it, you read it.
If I read this book that teaches me that Harriet Tubman freed slaves.
I was talking about her. Yo.
Right?
This
I
gotta
was
be
about to do a fake one. All right, go
I
ahead.
was just talking about Harriet earlier today.
If I read this book and I believe that Harriet Tubman freed slaves because that's the history that was
that'll mean
given
you learned how to free
right?
slaves because you read it.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying
is what you say.
Believing that is the same thing as believing religion. Believing in history is the same thing as believing something spiritual, because you don't have no control over it. You're basically saying,
I believe what I believe because I lived through it.
Because I'm who I am, I was given this. But you can't prove to me that because who you are is why you're given that, because you don't even know how you got it.
I'm not here to prove myself to you. I'm just here to tell my story, my testimony. And if you want to believe it and take it in or whatever, that's whatever. But I'm not here to prove myself to nobody. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to exchange knowledge and ideas, theories, philosophies, whatever. I'm not here to persuade you. I'm not here to convert you. I'm not here to do none of that. I'm just here to share my testimony.
You're saying
and you could take it or not.
You say, what was your last thought?
Even when you read something in books, that's somebody's testimony. That's somebody else's ideas and how they recorded the story. That's their perspective. Now, if you want to read it from their perspective and take that in, that's on you.
But real quick, you had the last thought. You had an interesting thought because you said that reading the history is the same as a religion. I want you to finish that.
Yeah, believing in a religion as somebody, because somebody told you this is what happened, and they loosely give you connections. To me, basically, what I'm getting at is, and it's not necessarily at you, because I don't even think you've ever done or said this. I think you're on the other side, but there are the people who feel like they can determine what's right and what's wrong, what's good and what's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What's hot, what's cold, whatever, right from wrong.
I'm definitely not that person.
What I'm saying is that person can't be right, because even them believing that from what they were told but can't prove, just like the other person to them can't prove. Why is there this clash? Like, I don't understand why y'all have this clash. And like I said, I'm not saying you.
No. Oh, I know I'm not a part of that category.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I see. I feel like,
I don't.
And it's mostly, I'm sorry, but it's mostly Christians, mostly Christianity, and Muslim too, from what I've been learning recently. But they're very dogmatic to where it's my way or the highway. Well, prove to me that it's your way and not this way.
Yeah.
Well, I got this, and this. Oh, that's interesting, because over here I got this, and this.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that you brought that up, Austin.
Yeah.
And were you finished your thought before I go on?
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago, I this dude who works on my car every now and then, I went to his shop not too long ago. He gave me a Quran, and because I always wanted to read the Quran, because I study all religions. I study all forms of spirituality. I'm not closed-minded in that way. I'm very open-minded. And I just take in information. So he gave me the Quran, but we was having a discussion prior before he brought me the Quran. And it was so funny. The points that he were making, it was like I was able to monopolize off of them in a way that, like, I don't even think he was expecting. So, like, when he spoke about God, and I'm so happy he brought this analogy up. That shit still stuck with me to this day. Like, he spoke about God and about how God is basically like the ocean, right? Y'all know how, actually, y'all don't know. Y'all don't know how deep the ocean is. Y'all don't know how many other creatures, whatever other shit is going on down inside. Y'all really don't know.
Yeah, I found that very scary.
I thought that analogy was perfect, and that was how I was able to make a point about how he could possibly need to check what he may believe, because if he said that religion, if he said God was like the ocean, I'm like, you right, because religion is like a submarine or a boat inside of that ocean, nigga. Like, you trying to take God and put him in a box. You trying to put him in this little, but God is clearly, because how much stuff do we not know about life? We don't need to know nothing about death, bro. You don't know till you get there, right? That's something you got experience to know. That's how I see it, spirituality. My spirituality specifically. Everybody else's story, that's different. Mine's, though, I feel like you can't tell me what I need to know and not know, because I have experienced certain things. I experienced what the law of manifestation look like. I experienced what the law of attraction like. I experienced what praying and gratitude, what it brings to me. You cannot take that from me. So, like, certain things you just got to live through and experience to just know. And I thought it was interesting that when I was speaking to a Muslim, because he's a Muslim, and as he's sitting here trying to, talk his shit, because I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. I used to talk my shit too. So I get it. But I'm like, you cannot box God that way. If you know he's big and vast and wondrous, why are you trying to make him so small? Why don't you just stay open-minded to what else might be out there? But, that's, each his own.
That's true. That's true. I can't wait. That my cousin is a big Muslim, and he changed his life for the better just off of Islam. He's like, so I would never be like, yo, that ain't for you, because it benefited him so much. But
it's each his own, literally.
So going forward, how do you want to continue to contribute to the universe and use your gift for whatever you want to use your gift for? How do you want to use your gift in the future, in the near future and far future?
Well, I guess I want to just continue to expand on my tarot business. Just want to open up, like a candle line, an incense line. I'm working on my bracelets, my bracelet line, my jewelry, just things like that. And I also plan on expanding to, some of y'all might not want to hear this, but spell work and reading birth charts. And yeah, I want to dig deeper and I want to get bigger. And yeah, that's what it's giving for me.
Nah, yeah, I think that they would want to hear that. I think that,
they might like it, they might not.
Yeah,
not that I really
whatever.
care, but,
whatever they into. Nah, definitely want to.
That's how I plan on expanding myself. I want to be able to read everybody's birth chart. So if your Saturn is in Sagittarius, what that mean for you? If you're a rising Leo, what that mean for you? Like, I want to be able to interpret people birth charts for them, because birth charts are literally like the snapshot of the sky when you were born. When you were born, at the daytime place where you were born, where was everything in the sky? What does that mean to you?
Let me ask you a deep question.
Yeah,
all right?
Yeah.
It's a deep question, I think.
Uh-huh.
What type of chick is like, nah, let me stop. I want to mess with Austin. It's like, nah, what do you want to do before you leave this life? What's your goal? What's your ultimate goal?
I want to do a lot of things.
I mean, ultimately, like,
because I'm more than just like
what do you ultimately?
I got bigger parts of me than just this.
Yeah. What do you like? I'm not talking about like I always want to go to Disney World like that.
No, fuck no.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to make music and shit. I'm trying to make music with you and fucking be in a band, and I'm trying to start go-go bands. I want to bring go-go back to the DMV and like make it back popping. And I want to bring like that life. I want to bring the spark, the passion, the life back into the city, bro. It's been gone.
That's dope.
For a long time. And I want to bring that back. And I just want to trailblaze. Like, I want everybody who know me, who follow me, who look at me, believe that, like, they could do whatever they want to do. There are no limitations. There is no, you cannot. Like, you can do whatever you want to do. And if I could just ask for anything in the world, it would just be to continuously serve people. That's it. I just want to continuously serve people and inspire people and motivate them and encourage them to be their best self. And if I got to stand beside them and hold their hand while they do it, if I do it from a distance, however I do it, like, I just want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody eat. I want to see everybody happy. I want to see everybody comfortable in their skin. I want everybody to be confident in who they are. Like, I just want everybody to be fucking happy. Fuck happy, have joy. Like, if that's joy in singleness, if that's joy in, nigga, literally, like, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, like, just don't hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But be happy. But don't hurt nobody. Like, that's literally all that, like, I live by. And if I can just touch lives in positive ways, then I've lived my best life.
Yeah.
And that's it for me.
That's what's up. Yeah, that's a lot of my same sentiments, to be honest with you.
I know. That's why we gang.
Yeah, for sure. And also, what do you take from this, man? What do you conclude from this?
I know I'm a lot, y'all. Please excuse me.
No, I was
Please
geeking over her
excuse me,
accent,
y'all.
like
Please
her
excuse
consistency.
me.
I don't know if you was thinking the same thing, because I noticed the way she said everybody. It was no, and I was like, damn, I never said everybody. I always said, yeah, everybody.
Everybody.
but she said it so consistently, and that's
Bro,
so
4 times in a
bro,
row.
it's like she froze to me at that
Everybody.
point. And like I was noticing everybody, like when she said hurry and everything like that, and I was like literally, I seemed like you froze, and I was just listening. You know what I'm saying? You're like, and I was like, damn, it's like there really is a DC accent. But go ahead.
Also, I got an accent?
Oh yes, for sure.
I'm a DC native. I don't believe in that DMV shit. Yeah,
I feel you.
DC shorty.
Yeah, the real
that's
DC
me.
niggas don't be doing that.
Yeah, that's
saying
me.
That. You right.
DC.
But
Yep.
look, so what do you take from this Joker, Austin?
I'm gonna be real, bro.
Be all the way real,
I'ma
please.
be
I don't
real.
take that bullshit.
You're like, up,
Take it
I'm
all the
right
way
back
real.
here.
All
bro.
this shit, bro.
You see what?
It's the same to me.
I feel you.
Like it's just a different way of saying the same shit. Not
That's-
to say
that's
anybody's is wrong,
Yeah.
because I don't believe anybody's
What
is
works for
wrong.
me don't work for everybody. And I'm cool with that.
I'm just saying, it's the same way. I mean, it's a different way of saying the same shit. It's just your interpretation of said shit.
I ain't gonna lie. I wanna comment on that.
I ain't gonna argue because I'm not here to do that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad you said that because it's a mind fuck. I don't even like using the word, but it's a mind fuck because I feel what you're saying. I ain't gonna hold you. It's like with everything because it's like if I'm going to Texas and I take a car or a train, I'm gonna get to Texas, but I just happen to get to Texas through the car. And this nigga took a train. This other nigga took an airplane. Other nigga flew on a skyscraper.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Nah, don't fuck it
He
up.
flew on a
Don't fuck it up.
plane,
It's
whatever-
funny, but
whatever
don't fuck up the
fuck,
point.
helicopter,
So
jet,
when you
whatever
say
he
that,
came through it.
when you say it's the same shit, I know what you mean. I don't think you mean it's the same shit, but you just mean it leads to the same. It all leads to Texas.
Yes.
That's- yeah,
Shit.
Yeah, and
It all
this is her
came from
path.
Texas,
And this is
what
her
I'm saying,
path.
like-
And for Gino, it's Christianity
Yeah.
on a slut level. And
On a
for
slut-
me,
you say
no, let me stop. No, let me stop.
You can't be a Christian on
No,
some level, Gino.
no.
Gino, can you
And
hear
for me, it might be for you, it might be atheism, but it leads to Texas.
Yeah, it all comes. Yeah.
And the question now is, what is Texas? Texas is death to me.
Exactly.
Texas is death. But
But
what is that?
who's to
Texas
Yeah.
might be
say?
deaf.
I
Who
feel
the
you.
fuck
I'm glad.
knows?
I'm glad you brought that up, bro.
You
I
know?
totally see what you're saying. But the beauty is in this person's commute or choice of commute.
It's just a
And
leg in
whether
my
someone
journey.
now could get out the car and say, you know what, I want to take a train now to Texas. The train nigga say, nah, F it. I'm taking a plane to Texas. And I think that's the beauty in sharing stories. You paint the picture so that person could choose which way he wants to get to Texas. Because somebody going to have a sucky drive and someone going to have a smooth drive. You're going to get there either way, but you want to try to enjoy it while you're on your way. So anyway,
Word.
Words Never Spoken, episode 21. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. This
I'm
is Deep
so
into
happy
the
to
Spirit
be
Realm through the
here.
Third Eye.
Texas is deaf.
I think Texas is
I'm
deaf,
with
too.
that. I think
All right,
Texas
we
is
got to end
deaf,
this
too.
trail. I
I
hate you.
think
We got to have
Texas
you
is
on.
deaf, too.
Thanks for tuning in. Comments.
believe
All
that.
right. Thank you for our special guest, Rainbow Spirituals. One more time.
Thank you.
You want to...
Thank you so much, guys. Yes, thank you so much for having me. I hope that I didn't be too controversial on this speech tonight, but I'm a fiery lady and I shake shit up. That's what I do. That's what I know myself for doing. But I love you guys. Everything that I do is always out of love. Never mean to hurt anybody. Follow me on Instagram at lightningrainbow_. Follow my YouTube channel, #RainbowSpirituals. If you're interested, if you into my shit, if you into tarot, if you're not, that's fine and dandy. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you did tune in, stick with these guys. There's some really dope ass people right here that I'm with. I'm thankful to be here. I'm honored to be here. And I just want to say thank you. That's it.
Austin, any more shout outs?
Shout out to my plug.
Because I need them like shit. I need them like shit. Y'all got some more of that shit?
Shout out to the plug. Shout out to the charger.
The difference of plug.
Yo, you might have to pick up that moonshine. That might be.
I might have to pick up something.
All right, we out. We out, guys. And I like the length of that. That's cool.
What was the length?
It's like a minute.